All right, YouTube. This Detroit's HPTV coming to you out of Detroit. If you're new to the channel, like, share, and subscribe. We're going to talk about Donald Trump's filing. Donald Trump just filed a motion, an independent motion away from his other co-defendants in the case against Fani Willis. Now, I'm going to do a reaction to the lead attorney. He's an attorney out of Atlanta that has a podcast. So I'm going to do a reaction video of his. You guys tell me what you think in the comments. But before we move forward, I want to show you something. This is a good book. It's called The Trial of Socrates. When they took Socrates to trial, how they questioned him, how the powers that be wanted him to react to the charges against him. It's a very good book, stimulate your mind. And then there's another good book. It's called The Art of War by Sun Tzu. I keep a pocket size because what you're seeing is not only political theater, what you're seeing is Machiavellian politics. Now, I disagree a little bit from the lead attorney because I've been prosecuted. Yes, right. The old man I've been prosecuted in the court of law on a couple of occasions in my younger years. So this is coming from actual experience and knowledge. Now, Fani Willis, she's been a prosecutor. She's never been on the receiving end. So when you always the attack dog, you don't know what it feels like to be attacked. So your defenses are not alert. And I'm going to point that out to you. And I'm going to show you how the lead attorney didn't even see it himself because he's an attorney, means he's never been prosecuted for a criminal offense. He's never really been on the receiving end to know what it's like to be on the defense and to change your defense into an offense. And that's what you're seeing. See, people, when they so used to winning or being in a position to where they have the power, they really don't act wise or smart when the shoe is on the other foot. And I'm going to show you this. Just stick with me and watch this to the end. Now, this is for fair usage under the 1976 Copyright Act. It's for educational purposes and commentary. I also want to always now, since you living in this democratic democracy, so to speak, you better know the law because they're trying to erode the Constitution. So I'm gonna throw the First Amendment on mine. You know what I mean? You know, I got a First Amendment right to say what I want to say. You know, I'm still an American. You know what I'm saying? My ancestors is buried here. My siblings, my family is here. I've been here, so I still got some rights. So, but I'm gonna throw that First Amendment out there and then 1976 copyright out there because I don't. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show you how you can lose if you don't really know what you're doing when it comes to these courts. So, without further ado, we're gonna jump into the video. And you got to excuse the lead attorney. He gonna do a lot of cussing. He be funny. If you new to my channel, or you may even be new to hearing about the lead attorney, he funny guy, do a lot of cussing, but he's sharp. Check it out. This under the 1976 copyright, like I said, fair usage. Let's rock out.
Lead attorney here. Hope you guys are doing well, man. Listen, can y'all hear me? Oh, I was streaming, man. How are y'all doing? Can y'all hear, brother? All right. Are we in here? Everybody hit the like button.
Let me speed it up a little bit.
Why can't I hear me? Is everybody? Allegedly. What has he done? What has Donald Trump done? Donald Trump has come and blasted open this case. Now, y'all know Fani Willis. And let me tell you something. If you don't know who I am, mucho gusto. I am the lead attorney, a 20-year attorney right here in Atlanta, Georgia. Fani Willis, right down the street. Your boy Nathan Wade, right down the street. Hateville, The airport right down the street. The courthouse is right down the street. There is no one better positioned to explain this case to you than me. I've been the same courtrooms where Fani was holding up them papers, when she was freaking out. I've been in those same courtrooms, walked those same halls in front of those same judges. Fani Willis got all upset because Ashley Merchant had said that maybe they had sex, her and Fani and Nathan, at the conference. Oh, I don't have sex at the conference. Bullshit. I will tell you guys, y'all are in the right place today. I will tell you guys that attorneys.
I seen this before. He finna drop some inside info on that whole culture in their legal field on there. Listen what he finna say about the judges, the attorneys, how they operate. You know what I mean? And he's a participant. You know what I mean? I don't know if he even came over to We the People yet, but listen closely to what he say.
We attorneys at those conferences, at those CLEs, we call them CLEs, continuing legal education. We have to go to all these trainings, these conferences, these trainings. We are. Look at them. I mean, look at Nathan and Fani right now. Y'all might not know this. Y'all aren't in the small community. It's such a small community. If a woman is smart and she's married to an attorney, she will go to every single one of those conferences with her husband. Because if not,
I'm only gonna stop for a minute because over here I'm looking at his comments, and this was going live. It says this is from the guy who made this comment. His name is Reformed Convict, and listen what he says. Just because you're a lawyer doesn't mean you won't self-incriminate yourself. Always take the fifth. You know what I mean? Have you noticed if you watch even with the cop shows, if they investigating a police officer, a law enforcement officer, if he's questioned about a crime, he's going to take the fifth and not talk until he get a union rep or something. Fani is arrogant. I'm gonna show you and point it out to you what he missed and what they're missing because they never been on the receiving end of a malicious prosecution.
somebody gonna be sucking him off. And it's not just the attorneys. Judges go to these conferences. These judges be fucking. They're just humans. Attorneys, guys, a lot of law firms, they will take their paralegals to these conferences so the paralegals can learn. Ooh, when I show up to a conference and I'm checking into the hotel and I see 12 paralegals from a law firm checking in, I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, it's 12 of them right there. Guys, listen, I don't even want to expose to you the real community down here in Atlanta. It's Sodom versus Gomorrah. At any rate, Donald Trump, President Trump, as he called himself, has busted open this case by getting an investigator to look at Nathan Wade's cell phone records. And what did you see? Now, not to be outdone, because you know a black woman, you can't never keep a black woman down. It's not an independent one, too. What did Fani say? No man could.
Okay, look, I want to let him talk because I don't want to be like keep interjecting because when I watch other people's podcasts, sometimes if they doing a reaction, I would like for them to let the person they're doing the reaction to get it all the way out so I can see what they saying and then hear the reaction. But I had to jump in right here because in the legal field, he's telling you about what goes on in a little small legal community. He's even telling you about his character. He said he sees somebody with some paralegals. You know what I mean? as a father, your daughter want to be a lawyer. She's a paralegal. She go there. These type of people she gonna be working for. So I don't know. He might be doing a little bit some of his own character, but I'm gonna say this, and this is what people don't realize, and this is a fact in American culture and American history. You know what I mean? Every president, even when he's no longer the president, is still called properly president. That's why you say President Obama, President Clinton, President Bush, President Abraham Lincoln, President George Washington. But they get real offended when he's addressed as President Trump, which is what you're supposed to call him because he won an election and he served 4 years as president. So he is always to be addressed as president. No matter who's sitting in the office, he's still a president. He should know that, but a lot of people don't know that. Really? Why you call him president? He ain't the president. He's Donald Trump. No, he's President Trump. He was a president. He doesn't lose his title just because he's not in office. So we're going to start there. Let's start there with the understanding of how these legal people, or legal beagles, so to speak, think.
Do shit for me, but my daddy. Look what she's done. Let me show you what we got, guys. Bam! It's a filing. It is a filing. State of Georgia versus President Donald John Trump. Somebody put Donald in the damn chat. If you go down here, what do we see? The state's objection.
Now you see, this went over his head. In a legal proceeding, she could not put on paper Donald Trump. If she put on paper Donald Trump in her legal proceedings, that is not who he is. Fact. If you don't put on that, when you write his name and you don't put President Donald Trump or President Trump, you are not referring to him in any legal proceeding. So we're going to continue again.
2, and motion to exclude Donald J. Trump's proposed exhibit. What was the exhibit? We're going to take a look at it. But if you go down here, if you go all the way down, whose signature do you see? Who's the first name that you see? Bam, Fani T. Willis. We're going to get all into it, guys. We're going to get all into it. Fani Willis right here, District Attorney, the Atlanta Judicial Circuit, where I have practiced over 20 years. You guys are listening to this. You guys are getting this broken down from an insider, guys. I'm going to tell you all about this. We're going to go all through it. We are going to read what she says. Now, I asked y'all yesterday, I said, this evidence looks damning. What do y'all think? Do y'all think Fani is going to admit that she got caught? Or do you think she's going to deny that she got caught and double down? Well, y'all had to wait less than 24 hours. She said, I'm doubling down. I'm denying and I'm doubling down. So we are going to get all into it. Now, I cannot start it up without my number one co-host. We got AV to the 7th power.
Hi, guys.
We got AV to the 7th power. Man, y'all were tearing her Instagram up.
I know I said I wasn't going to keep interjecting. And when I walk away, I just go to another side and I be looking at notes. But right here, Fani Willis, of course, she's going to double down. She thinks she can play the woman card and she thinks she can play the race card, which will override legal canons, jurisprudence, and the court system. See, I'm going to drop a jewel on you. There's a Latin terminology in the legal field. It's called res ipsa loquitur. Race ipsa loquitur means the thing that you're seeing on a preponderance of evidence speaks for itself. Race ipsa loquitur is a whole legal defense to something. You know what I mean? That what you're looking at, basically, race ipsa loquitur means if it look like a duck, it walk like a duck, and it quack like a duck, it's a duck. That's the base of race ipsa loquitur. So when you hear terms like habeas corpus, you know what I mean? A writ of habeas corpus. Habeas corpus means produce the body. That's why you can get out on a writ and just say, we'll produce the body back in court. You know what I mean? Think about that. Habeas corpus. The lawyer is only guaranteeing in the court, I will produce the body. You know what I mean? The body, not the person, not the mind, not the criminal or whoever. We will make sure we produce his body at some point in time based on the writ of habeas corpus. Produce the body.
Y'all go check her out, AV. Let them know who you are. Let them know what you got going on, where they can find you.
Yeah, absolutely. So really excited to be back. We've done 3 days in a row. This is day 3.
Jesus.
We've been really, really killing this hearing, but super excited to be back. My name is AV. I'm a co-host here on this channel. I also have my own channel here on YouTube. We cover all things law and crime. All those things are over there. So you can find me at AV7 Official on Instagram or my handle below at AV to the 7th power here on YouTube.
100%. So we are going to get into it right now. But hold up now. I know that we ain't got 5,000 people in the chat and 900 likes.
Get them likes.
Y'all better like. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put y'all. Some of y'all going on punishment. Let me put it.
You punishing them this early in the stream?
Punishment. Oh. Y'all got my chat, my likes at 900. Watch this. Watch what I do right here, goddamn it. Listen, y'all get me up. Y'all get me up to 2.5. Y'all get me up to 2.5 likes, and I might open this shit up. But y'all got my likes looking real niggardly. What? Hey. That's a real word. Y'all are being real niggardly with my likes.
It's free. Just
get them up.
2 seconds. Just do it.
Get them up. Shout out to Post Nut Clarity. Post Nut Clarity, members only. Y'all fucking around with my likes. 2.5, we opening it up. But let's get into it, guys. Listen to this. Are y'all ready? Now, wait. Let's do this. Let's take a back.
Now, last time, I promise, for a minute, because I'm going to go back because I'm going to look at the court documents, the Trump file. But a lot of people in American culture are not taking what they're seeing seriously. Democrats, they come out, they say if you follow Trump, you're stupid or you're coke. The people that follow Trump, they look at the Democratic Party across the aisle and say you're immoral, you're demons, you're traffickers, y'all are abomination to the world. And the people that's goofy, they're in the middle like it's gonna be all right. Like, no. Like, people are really tired of you playing with their life. They're really tired of you playing with their money. They're really tired of suffering. It's not a joking time in this country. Because I think the Democrats don't realize how much they're despised and how much they're seen as a debaucherous cabal of corruption. You know what I mean? An abomination to the Most High. So a lot of people feel like this is a battle between good and evil. Armageddon, so to speak. So I don't do no lot of being goofy and joking on here. Every now and then I crack a funny. But, I know, my audience is serious. Tolerate the shenanigans and because he's gonna have a good point when we get to the legal documents. And that's what I want my audience to see.
Yeah. For those that didn't see what Donald Trump himself filed by and through counsel, let me show you guys this. Let me show you what our president, let him tell it, has filed in this case. Check this out. Hold up now. Look at this here, guys. Bam. Bam.
There it is.
What do we got? What do we got? We got State of Georgia versus Donald J. Trump. And guys, do y'all remember all of the co-defendants that he had? Rudolph Giuliani, all of them. Donald Trump said, no, fuck y'all. Y'all get out the way. This is me versus the state of Georgia. He just put himself, he didn't put anybody.
Let me stop there because, like I've told you, attorneys, I mean, they go to class and they take tests and they pass the bar, but that don't make them intelligent or overly bright. They just trained in a particular field. And when you're trained in something, what does that do to your intuition and your instinct and your ability to reason and see what's going on? Donald Trump filed the motion by himself with nobody else because he has over 8 other co-defendants. So that means I'm not filing no motion with everybody else's name on it. We're going to file this one first, then y'all file yours. And then she going to be fighting motions for the next several months. Because after we get the hearing on my motion, then somebody else is going to file a motion. Then after she get tired of dealing with that motion, somebody else is going to file a motion. And in the meantime, prisoners are still losing their life in the 14 county jail. While she's busy filing motion after motion after motion after motion about her affair. Think about that logically. Take your emotion out of it. You have a DA that is tied up in court filing motions and defending herself for the next several months while other people languish in jail and are denied justice. Of course, we know, based on what I just said, she should remove herself and step aside and handle her scandal.
Else. He said, this is me versus fat ass Fani. Watch what I do. He files this supplemental defense exhibit. And what does he say? He says, President Trump, not former, not ex, current. He says, President Trump hereby files this proposed supplemental exhibit. And if we go down here, what do we see? We see an affidavit. Now, what does the affidavit say? It says, my name is Charles Middlestat. I am 59 years of age. I am a criminal defense investigator working with Steve Sadow. Now, who is Steve Sadow? AV calls him Boots. Mm-hmm. He had on suede boots the other day. If you ever see a 60-year-old in some suede boots, you know you fucked up. And they were like baby blue or whatever the fuck.
Oh, yeah. He was ready to kick in the door, waving the 4-4.
Waving the 4-4. All right, Steve Sadow comes, and what did they do? They put a subpoena. Let me make it bigger so you can see it. Pause. Let me blow it up. Steve put a subpoena on AT&T, and in a week they got the response back from AT&T, and the investigator says that they fully AT&T.
Somebody don't like this because ain't nothing wrong with this internet. Let's see what's going on over here. Oh, yeah.
Reports in particular. The first report, attached as Exhibit A, says it's isolating all interactions between Mr. Wade and Mrs. Wade. Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Wade. That they received needed to be analyzed through a tool called CellHawk. Mm-hmm. And what they asked AT&T for was data. Show me all the data regarding Nathan Wade's phone from January 1st, 2021 to November 31st, 2021. We want to know his whereabouts. We want to know who he's been talking to. We want to know the number of phone calls that he's made. We want to know the number of text messages that he has made. And AT&T was like, here. If this is for President Trump, here. Usually they make you wait months and months for the information. They gave this man the information right off the bat. Here you go. Right? And so he talks about his, and we went over this yesterday, so I'm not going to go all through it. We're just going to hit the highlights. This is a refresher. He talks about his extensive training in analyzing the cell hawk analytics. And he talks about how the data is not capable of being manipulated. So he's saying that you can trust the data. What does he say? He says he pulled 2 reports in particular. The first report, attached as Exhibit A, says it's isolating all interactions between Mr. Wade and Mrs. Wade. Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Wade. Oops. Mr. Wade and Mrs. Willis during the period of available records in 2021. The dates, the timing, the frequency, the duration of these interactions. What did the report show? The report revealed over 2,000. Over 2,000 phone calls. 2,000 phone calls between Nathan and Fani Willis in under a year.
It's a lot of phone calls.
Guys, and this is for the men in the chat. I know we got a lot of women. Men, have you ever talked to a woman over 2,000 times in 11 months and you ain't been smashing it to death? I mean, smashing it to death, smithereens. 2,000. Women, do you know how hard it is to get a man on the phone 2,000 times?
Fani did it.
You got to give us the ass. You can't not hook us up and then get us on the phone 2,000 times. Men value money and they value their time. And if you want to you can get us on the phone twice. 200 times without letting us hit? Probably not. But 2,000, inconceivable. That's what Donald Trump's investigator found.
That's right.
Not only 2,000 times.
In Detroit, y'all know that's how Kwame Kilpatrick got caught up. I almost called him Kwame Brown. I did that before one time. I had to apologize to Kwame Brown. But Kwame Kilpatrick, that's what he did. That's how he got caught up. He got on the stand, denied the relationship, and the feds already had the phone records and the text. So they asking you questions that they already know the answers to because they got your phone records. So the whole thing, why Fani, this is what I told you about people that's not used to being attacked. See, if a person is not used to being attacked, they're usually a bully. Bullies bully until they just run up on the wrong one. Then they finally realize they got to defend themselves and they don't know what to do. That's a lesson. People that always are used to attacking other people have a very weak defense if you attack them back. They don't expect that. So they went in there thinking, oh, these attorneys, we're smarter than these attorneys. We know we paid the money in cash. They can't trace the cash. We know that. So even if we look suspect, we won't get found guilty. Attorneys know that. We ain't going to chase the cash. We're going to make you perjure yourself first. We're going to show that you're a liar. Once we establish that you're a liar, we'll double back and deal with the cash once we catch you in the lie. Once we know that you understand and you lying to the court, then we'll dig back into this money with these forensic accountants. So Fani gets in there, she telling all her business more than she need to say. Nathan talking more. But these lawyers, take the fifth. Oh, if I take the fifth, I'm going to look guilty. If you get on there and get to running your mouth and telling us all this stuff that we don't even need to know, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing, we know you guilty because you're doing too much damn explaining.
Guys, they had texted each other 12,000 times. 12,000 times exchanged text messages over an 11-month period.
Yeah, and that averaged to something like 1,100 texts in a month.
Now, mind you, this Trump's motion by himself. The other ones, this the first, this Trump's motion. Roman unleashed it, the wife unleashed it. It's 8 other people finna file motions. Just like we the people can pick her story apart, everybody's picking her story apart. And you watch, and we watching who stand, what do we watch, who for corruption and the miscarriages of justice. This is what this is about. This is why it's serious. This is why you can get on here, you can laugh, or you can grin or whatever, but I guarantee you, people not gonna be playing with you out here. Not people that understand the Constitution, not people that understand what militias are about, not people that really understand how countries are ran, how citizens should be treated. See, that all that Biden offer you with the you can be as loose as you want to, as free as you want to. It's the people on the other side looking at you disgusted, me like, man, I'm so sick of this. I'm so sick of looking at you while you just frolicking, playing with religion, playing with the Constitution, playing with everything we hold dear. Just enjoying it. Just enjoying other people suffering. At what point do you think the people gonna keep tolerating it? It always starts with talk. It always starts with protests. And if something don't change, what's the natural progression of discontent?
They talked a ton in 11 months.
It can't be 1,100 texts in a month because it's you're 1,100 texts in a month.
Mm-hmm. Look at your face. You're like, I don't want to talk to nobody that much.
Jesus Christ. Do you know the amount of tit pics there better be? I mean, for you to send me...
It's coming out like a manufacturing machine. Just like,
if you were going to send me 12,000 text messages, 11,000 better be some tit pics home. I mean, 12,000, how can it be possible? At any rate, this is what Donald J. Trump's investigator found. That's just the first report. What is the second report? The report reads, focusing on geolocation activity near 3300 Dogwood Drive, Hateville, which is the Yurty condominium. The gentleman says that he constructed a very conservative geofence which isolated 2 cell towers. There was one cell tower, guys, 3,000 feet away from Fani's home, and another cell tower 2,000 feet. And the purpose of the cell towers, guys, is to kind of triangulate a location whereby you can detect if Nathan's cell phone has gone to Fani's house or it has been extremely close. And so you've got the triangulation there. The report reads that the assessment was set up so that there would be no hits if Nathan was traveling down I-75 or
Okay, I'll put that in my community section so y'all can watch the whole debaucherous and other stuff that come along with what we talking about, we the people. Now, They didn't have this expert check the towers, check phone records, see what's up. So at this point, we already know Fani Willis and Nathan Wade is lying and presenting false documents in a court of law while they prosecute the hell out of other people, especially black people. And you a liar up in there, you a crook, ain't no telling. It goes further on in this document to say that they questioning the same people that they use when they lock somebody up. Look into it. It's called Hawk something. Let me see. It went off. Well, I'm gonna put the whole video in my comment section. I mean the community section. But you understand what I'm saying? And we witnessing this. We're really looking at it. We're really looking at the people, that say they don't like what the truckers is doing, or they don't like people because people feel like how they playing Trump is wrong. You know what I mean? The people have been messed over themselves by the same government. We identify, we see you clearly. We see you clearly. So we ain't going for the race card, the race baiting, and all of that. That's played out. That's not what we doing. That's not what we doing, even a little bit. So what does it look like? I mean, you want y'all, I don't know how you think, how you liberals think, because I'm old school and I know that the black community has always been conservative. That's why we went to Baptist church on Sunday. You know what I mean? We went to Sunday school. We went to elementary and played sports and had student council. The neighbors could check you. Somebody came and told you that you was liberal now. Now you willy-nilly flying out the hand, trying to erase your shame. You want to be shameless. You want to be shameless. Nothing shames you. That's an animal. If you find a person that is incapable of being shamed, that's a beast. A beast. He has no moral compass. So if you watched it this far, I know you rock with me. You one of my true subscribers. So say what you feel about what I said again in the comments, because I know this was a kind of long video I made. So I know if you all the way at the end, you rock with me. So tell me what you think about what I said, because it's, I mean, like, I think people playing too much. I think people are really playing too much. Signing to you out of Detroit. Keep your head on the swivel. Peace.